Fox into our Big Ten Plus broadcast here tonight. And for these two teams, they come into this season and then it's Travion Carson, Tay Smith, Andy Stefanowicz, Markai Strickland, and Noah Feddersen for the Bison as we are underway in the Medved era in this unofficial contest between these two teams. Tyson on the left wing, drives past Smith. Good ball movement early from the Gophers. Crocker Johnson in the corner. Asama pulls up from three. Can't hit. Vaihola digging down, but unable to get the offensive board. It's to Stefanowicz. Right to left. In the green and gold of the Bison. Here's Travion Carson. Good defense from Tyson, kicking out. Tay Smith a three, he knocks it down, and there are the first points of the season for NDSU. Chauncey Willis Jr., a Western Michigan transfer, after spending his first season at Henry Ford College as Vaihola digs down to the rim and gets two.
Great read there from Asama, just a classic pick and roll if NDSU is going to switch screens, and I think that'll be open for Minnesota a lot tonight.
And Asama talked about it preseason. He enjoys this new system with Medved and has found himself getting accustomed to all the new teammates he has this year. Cutting down is Markai Strickland, using the strength and physicality to finish at the cup. Nice little early spurt on the offensive end for the Bison on their first two possessions. Willis kicks it out, Crocker Johnson. Showing you he can space the floor, as we talked about pregame, knocking down a triple. Now Andy Stefanowicz, one of the main primary ball handlers for the Bison. Travion Carson gets it poked out of bounds. Good defense from Vaihola on the switch. For the Gophers, came in voted 16th out of 18 teams in the Big Ten, and for NDSU, they're ranked 4th preseason in the poll for the Summit League. As Carson dives down for two. Good touch off the glass there. Here's Asama, he'll find Tyson off a screen. Tyson using his size and strength, right past Smith, gets the foul but can't get the bucket.
Really smart by Cade Tyson there with Travion Carson guarding him. Carson at 6'3" and Tyson at 6'7", so absolutely a matchup for the Gophers to take advantage of physically.
Cade Tyson, the 6'7" senior from Monroe, North Carolina, averaged double figures in his first two seasons of college at Belmont, but then had a rough last year at North Carolina. Transfers to Nico Medved's new Golden Gophers and looks to have a resurgence here in his final season of college basketball. Poised look at the line there from the fourth-year man. Here's Feddersen up top. He'll be the pivotal player for this Bison team this season. Coming off 8 points per game and 6 rebounds, both the leading for the team's returners, as Smith can't knock down another triple from the outside, pushing his Minnesota. Tyson has the little Stefanowicz on him, but nice size usage there. Stefanowicz almost rips it away. Great job to use that strength and low center of gravity. And Kelly Pfeiffer, one of our referees, noticing the shot clock. It seemed like a lot more than 7 seconds went off the play clock there, but it says 23. We'll get you our officials for tonight. Paul Zelk, Kelly Pfeiffer, we just mentioned, and Earl Walton, the 3. A crew that worked a lot of Big Ten games, and our third member of our crew who you'll hear from at halftime, one of them he very enjoys in terms of the crew.
Saw the double down on Cade Tyson on that last position.
Still conversing over what should actually be on the shot clock right now. Looks like they did take some time off the game clock as well. And we're down to 9 seconds will be the ruling after much deliberation, as not only us, not only you fans, but these players are anxious to get back underway here. Box set for the Gophers underneath, a side out. Just over 3 minutes into this ball game. Looking to set something up for Vaihola up top. Posting up is Crocker Johnson on Strickland. Spins over his right shoulder, can't get the bounce. Off the foot of Carson, a nice diving attempt, but he can't keep it in.
That's why Rob Vaihola's size is so important. Even though he's not able to get that rebound, he's able to bring so many NDSU defenders in that are also trying to get that.
You get another look at the hustle here. Carson spent the last 2 seasons at Des Moines Area Community College, where he led his team in rebounds, assists, steals, and field goal percentage. As Bobby Durkin checks in for the first time, along with Grayson Grove and Langston Reynolds. Tyson, corner 3, bottoms. I feel like you're going to hear a lot of that this season.
His second year at Belmont was among the best three-point percentage shooters in the nation. Obviously a little different at UNC, but I think he can get back to that.
Carson to his right. Trayson Anderson as well, who checked in at that stoppage. And Damari Wheeler-Thomas now with the ball. Carson, nice hounding defense from the Gophers. Ball bounces around underneath. Fight for it, out of play. Stays with the Bison. Wheeler-Thomas will inbound. Carson sets up the offense. To his left on Durkin. Right through the contact, counted, and the foul. What a start to the day for Travion Carson, showing the hustle effort on defense and attacking the rack.
See Cade Tyson being blocked out a little bit there by Strickland, so no help defense, and Durkin just got beat on that one.
One thing that Carson did to endear himself to the NDSU fan base was he chose them over South Dakota State in his recruiting process from Des Moines Area Community College. So a win already in the Bison book, as a blocking foul is called, and we go to our first timeout of this.
That Colorado State team to the NCAA tournament, they've been there 3 of the past 4 seasons, and a place that this Minnesota team is desperately wanting to get back to.
Durkin, nice screen from Grove, and connects. Beautiful combination from 2 of the shooters there for the Gophers. Here's Riley Massey to Wheeler-Thomas. To his right, off the glass, no good. Nice offensive board and putback from Trayson Anderson. The second big on this NDSU squad, 6'9" sophomore from Lincoln, Nebraska, showing that strength and size going to good use there.
Yeah, he'll look to get more minutes this year. Last year played in 14 of their 32 games, averaged about 6 minutes a game, 2 points, 2 rebounds, but definitely a bigger role for him this year.
Cade Tyson brought the ball up there. Grayson Grove gets it high, turns and hands off to Osama. He looks more ready to shoot from downtown this season, doesn't pull the trigger there. Offensive foul on the screen from Grayson Grove, who is now a center. He's looking to play more of the 5 role this season. After he was basically a 4 for his entire childhood and growing up, he's now slotting into a different role under Medved.
Yeah, he said earlier it's been new for him, but he's feeling like the coaching staff has given him all the tools that he needs, all of the prep that he needs to be successful in that 5 spot.
And he's sought out some of the mentorship from guys like Robert Vaihola, who's on the team with experience at the college level and knows a thing or two about playing the 5 spot. So it's a good sign he's looking to other players for some help, but also some advice. Here's Carson Smith knocking down a 3. the bountiful Utah native and son of former Utah Utes men's basketball head coach, Craig Smith. Here's Langston Reynolds to the right. Right past his defender and Max Marley, and kisses it off the glass for two.
No true 5 in right now for Minnesota, so they're able to space the floor and allow Reynolds to use his speed and beat his guy one-on-one there.
Yeah, these are two teams that could go a little bit small here this season. They're not the biggest in terms of size on both rosters, and they have chances to utilize small ball to their advantage. Here's Riley Massey. Max Marley can shoot it from the outside, gets it to Massey again, up and under, move, nice finish at the rack. Medved didn't like something he saw there from his defense, calls timeout. A beautiful acrobat.
Some stats from last year don't show the full story. He makes great decisions with the ball and really reliable. Just going to continue to get better here this season.
Crocker Johnson again shoots the three. It's no good, and Fedderson's attempt at the defensive rebound goes out of bounds. Willis will inbound to Reynolds. Elevator screen looking to find him back up at the top. Doesn't work, so Minnesota will reset. B.J. Omat checks into this ball game, the redshirt junior from Mankato, Minnesota. He'll get the ball up top. Crocker Johnson, three-pointer, off the right side of the rim, and Marley boards it. Stefanowicz looking to push. Hand off, back to Stefanowicz. Crosses over on Durkin. A flurry of moves, gets to the paint, kicks it out. Feddersen misses everything on the three-point attempt. .12:40 to go here on Big Ten Plus. Willis Jr. skips the pass over to Omat, attacking the cup, fouled. And he'll get 2 shots at the line.
Omat, so athletic, really shifty, crafty around the rim. See him drive baseline here, beat his guy, still able to go up, get the foul.
Omat started his career first 2 seasons at North Dakota, where he was a standout player and one of their top scorers, and generated all Summit League first team honors in 23-24 campaign, then transferred to Cal for last season and was looking like he was due for a breakout in a Power 4 school. But then, just after 4 games, he suffered a season-ending wrist injury. So he looks to get back to the production he had in those first 4 games at Cal and his first 2 college seasons.
And Omat from Mankato, Minnesota. He's got 7 siblings, talked about how excited he is to be home and be able to have all of his family come watch him here.
Hits the second of 2. So we're tied up at 16. 7.5 minutes into this ball game. Emil Skuda checks in. And he has the ball right now, drives past his defender, goes through contact, count it! The finish with the finish.
Look at the replay here. Langston Reynolds just a little too late on the help defense, and then a nice pump fake to get to the line from Skuda.
Yeah, he describes himself as a combo guard, played 2 seasons in Finland in the top professional league before coming over to pursue a college career. Began his career at Central Michigan before transferring and playing the last 2 seasons at Sacramento State. Here's Durkin up top, now Willis. Durkin, the Davidson transfer, draws the foul from Tay Smith. 1916 North Dakota State here at, and when asked about kind of the new era of college football and college sports and just the transfer portal era overall, Coach Richmond said that it's dinosaurs didn't adapt and they went extinct. So you just got to adapt to the times and keep up with everything that's changing and evolving in the world of college basketball and sports. Errant pass there from the Gophers, bounces out of play, so an early turnover. Andy Stefanowicz out of Minnetonka, Minnesota, a 6'2" sophomore guard. Here's Carson. Started off hot for North Dakota State. Stefanowicz, cross-court pass. Nice extra to Dom Clay. Up top, Skuta. Nice scramble drill from the Gophers, but Carson's wide open. Can't connect. Osma will look to push. Willis dumps it back. And now Omot. Durkin with the size mismatch on Stefanowicz, doesn't use it. Crocker Johnson looks to hand it off and will the second time to Durkin. Little discombobulated are the Gophers, and it leads to a turnover. Here's Dom Clay. He'll pull it back and set things up. Carson, baseline drive, kick out, extra pass, Dom Clay can't hit. And a foul on the rebound from Travion Carson.
I think Minnesota on that last offensive possession just allowing themselves to get sped up a little bit.
Bobby Durkin checks out. Robert Vaihola checks in for the Gophers. Trayson Anderson and Damari Wheeler-Thomas in for NDSU. Looks like Stefanowicz and Feddersen, the two to check out. Omot up top. Vaihola, who will be key inside this season for the Gophers. Nice dump pass down to him. Used the hop step, but got shoved while in the process of doing so, so a foul is called. And that'll send Vaihola to the line. 6'8", redshirt senior. Played in all 31 games last season for San Jose State. He was 4th in the Mountain West in rebounds per game last year with 7.5 as he misses the first and the front end of 2. 1-1, I should say. As Wheeler-Thomas, nice pass, pocket pass. Anderson couldn't handle it, off his hands and out of bounds.
Much more traditional lineup here for the Gophers. See if they keep Vaihola in or how they continue to run this pick and roll with him.
Off the screen, Osama can't hit. Marley will bring it ahead. Wheeler-Thomas drives the baseline and a foul is called on Willis Jr. The Bison themselves returning just 5 players from a year ago. 4 played. Carson Smith, the red shirt, was the one who did not. Anderson in the post, tries to go to work on Vaihola. Good, strong defense from the Gopher 5-man. Gets the offensive board, but Vaihola claims the second chance opportunity. Now here's Willis, the 2-point guards combining. Omot, nice backdoor cut, but the ball can't find him on Vaihola's pass, but it's deflected out off of NDSU.
It's a good look here, a great cut from BJ Omot. I think that's something we're going to see a lot from this Minnesota team. A lot of off-the-ball cutting, a lot of quick passes, good movement with the ball.
Looks like we're going to have another look at the monitor here from the officials. Another stoppage between these two teams. It looks like it's going to be an appeal from the Gophers to check where that ball hit off of and who it hit off of last. Excuse me, from the Bison. as it was ruled Gopher ball. 9:37 to go. Looks like they adjusted the clock in that stoppage, so nothing with the out-of-bounds play. Everyone's getting themselves into gear here, as it's the first game for everybody working this one. Foul called on Tyson's drive to the rim. It's a shot just 56.3% in limited minutes last season for North Carolina, but his shooting prowess shows he's a lot better of a shooter than that, as he hits the first one and gets lashed by the backside of Dom Clay trying to box him out. As it was Clay who also picked up that personal foul. Wet spot in front of the North Dakota State bench, so Dave Richmond, head coach, wiping that up with his shoe and a towel. Cade Tyson said he's more of an outdoorsy type of guy, likes to spend his time just moving around, whether it's biking or just exploring. Minneapolis, obviously a new city and a new place to acclimate himself to, third school he's been at.
Minnesota fans very happy to see him 4 for 4 from the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, and he showed that pure stroke from the right-hand corner on a 3 earlier. He leads all scorers with 7. As Markai Strickland, he's going to be a big piece to this North Dakota State team this season, gets fouled and will go to the line, looking for his first few points after an early layup.
Mentioned earlier how well he gets downhill. Crocker Johnson with just the body on him a little bit before he gets that shot up.
Strickland spent the first 2 seasons of his college career at St. Louis, and then the last 2 at Central Michigan, where he was a teammate of Chauncey Willis Jr. He was that team's 3rd leading scorer, while Chauncey Willis Jr., well, he led the entire Mid-American Conference with 16.8 points per game. Strickland able to hit both. Up to 4 now on the day for him. Full court pressure from Andy Stefanowicz. Looked like they set up an elevator screen for Tyson. Good tight defense from Marley. They're showing that they are sticking with it physically against this Gopher squad. Crocker Johnson elevates for one, can't hit, and Vaihola knocks over Wheeler Thomas on the board attempt. Eighth team foul on the Gophers, so it'll be 1